human beings. My name is Danielle Kettlewell. I'm a synchronized swimmer, an Olympian, a speaker, a coach, and now an author. Thank you to celebrity experts and publishers and Sydney O'Sullivan. So I was lucky enough to go to the Rio 2016 Olympics for Australia and compete on the synchronized swimming team. And because my journey was quite unusual to getting there, I just had this deep desire within me afterwards to share my story with the world. And I was trying to write my book for about 2 years, but I just kept hitting roadblocks. I just didn't know how to structure it, how to get it out there to the world, and how to share it and how to market it. And after about 2 years of trying, I found celebrity experts and publishers at the end of 2018 and Sydney O'Sullivan, and within a few weeks I figured out how to structure my book, how to write it, and within 3 months I wrote my book and it was out there in the world. What I love about what Sydney does is that it's the whole process. You know, you are helped along the way of understanding how to structure a book, understanding how to write it. You're helped through the editing process. They do the design for you. They help you with the cover. They do all of that. And not only that, but they also help you market it and get it out there to the world. Because as an author and as a writer, all you want to do is share what you love, share your story, and it's so wonderful to let the experts do the rest. And I'm so excited to say that in the last couple of days my book actually hit #1 on Amazon, and that would not have been possible if I wasn't able to find Sydney and the whole team at Celebrity Experts and Publishers. So I'm so freaking grateful to them, and I honestly suggest to anyone that if you can, work with them, because you know, what are the chances that within about 8 months of finding Sydney and not having a book at all, now my book is not only written out into the world, I'm having my book launch this week, but it's also #1 on Amazon. So that is pretty amazing. And if you get a chance, go grab a copy of The Unlikely Olympian on Amazon. Have a great day, people. All the best with your books.
Well, she's the pride of Vancouver who went on to live her Olympic dreams competing for Australia at the Rio Games in synchronized swimming.
But to achieve this, she had to overcome adversity and self-doubt. Danielle Kettlewell is addressing those barriers in her new book, The Unlikely Olympian, and she joins us this morning. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
And welcome back to Vancouver.
Yes, definitely.
Your family must be so happy to have you back
they're
visiting.
very excited to have me here.
Wonderful. So your book is about conquering fears to achieve your dreams. So, and it's called The Unlikely Olympian.
Yes.
Why were you an unlikely Olympian?
Yeah, so I was never that person that was going to be an Olympian. I was probably the least likely of all of my teammates. And growing up, I really struggled with my weight. I struggled with my confidence. And I never thought I would make anything of myself in the sport. And at 18 years old, I actually retired, quote unquote. But at 21, I got this incredible opportunity. Because my parents are Australian citizens, I had the chance to have dual citizenship. And the assistant national team coach of the Australian synchronized swimming team reached out to me and asked if I would like to come to Australia and try out for the team because they were trying to qualify for the Olympics. And it was just this unbelievable opportunity. And I had so much fear and so much doubt, but you know, I just thought that there's, you know, a 1% chance that this could be possible, and somebody has to be the 1%. So when I got this opportunity, I was actually also concussed, and I had all of these barriers for making this dream a possibility. So it really took a lot of self-belief and asking myself, you know, how am I going to use fear and how am I going to channel that to help me achieve my dreams? And I asked myself the question, would I rather try and fail or always wonder what if? And I realized that I would rather go for it with the possibility of failure, which I truly believe is just a learning lesson at the end of the day, to be able to make this possible. And I was able to do that in Rio.
Do you think a lot of people, I mean, we all have a little bit of self-doubt, we all have a little bit of fear. Do you think those things are keeping us from doing so much, from reaching our full potential?
Yeah, I truly believe that fear is the barrier between us and the best version of ourselves. And what we need to learn how to do is to lean into that and step into it so we can really transform into that greatest version. And
how do we do that?
Yeah, great question. So it takes leaning into it little by little, taking baby steps. You know, courage is a muscle that we need to practice to strengthen. So do things every day, little things every day that make you uncomfortable, because growth and and comfort cannot coexist. We need to be uncomfortable to be able to step into growth, to step into fear, to be able to achieve those great things.
So when you talk about fear, because you kind of mentioned try to fail is better than just not doing anything, even though you don't want to fail, but the act of trying is and visualizing yourself possibly succeeding, but also possibly failing is a good thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that we have this stigma around failure that it's quote unquote bad, but it really means that if we've just gone for it, we've given it all that we've had, and I think when we start to understand that failure really can just be a learning lesson and a step to achieve our dreams, it helps so many people reframe that and have less fear in going after something and be able to step in to do what they want to do with their lives.
Wow, and it's great to see you have clearly overcome all of your fears because you're so accomplished and confident.
Thank you.
Good luck with the book. The book launch is September 24th at 6:30 p.m.
Yes, at Banyan.
Banyan Books. Thank you so much, Danielle.
Thank you.
Danielle Kettlewell shares how she overcame those doubts and tapped into her fears to achieve her dream. We are so happy to have Danielle joining us in studio today, and this really is a fascinating book. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
There's there's no way that this is possible at all. This could never be me. But I thought, there's a 1% chance that maybe I could do this, maybe less than 1%, but somebody has to be that percentage, right? And I was faced with this overwhelming amount of fear of what people would think if I went after it. I struggled with my weight when I was younger. I was never the most talented. People would judge me. I was sure of it. But I just was faced with this belief that, I would rather try and fail than always wonder what if.
Incredible. And so was that just the thing that got you over the edge and help you to overcome that fear?
Yeah, it was looking at my life and imagining myself at 80 years old and looking back at this opportunity at this point in life and realizing, I have two paths. I'm at a fork in the road. Back down because I'm scared or possibly go after something and live with courage. And I think so many people are faced with those opportunities in their life. It's not always going to be an Olympic opportunity, of course, but we're faced with opportunities that sometimes scare us. And a lot of people back down because they're afraid. But I believe and through the power of my book and writing about it, that people had the capability inside of all of us to step into those fears, to go after what we love and live our dreams.
And you talk a lot about limiting self-beliefs in your book. And that's something that people can use in any point in their life, no matter what they're doing, whether they're training for the Olympics or whether they're looking for a new job. What advice would you give to people?
Yeah, definitely. I think the most important part is what I start with in the book is get clear that we all have limiting self-beliefs. And as I say, I believe that there's three major ones. I am not enough, I'm not worthy, and I'm not capable. And for some of us, that may come down to, maybe I think I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm not smart enough, I'm not fit enough to do this, that, or the other. But it's coming back to the awareness that that exists inside of every single person. And we need to be able to walk through that and step through that and fuel that limiting self-belief with the belief and power of affirmation and reminding ourselves that we are enough. Because on the other side of that barrier, of that limiting belief, is an amazing, fantastic, great version of ourselves.
It's an incredible message.
Thank you. I really believe so. I went to the Olympics and I'm so grateful to have been there, but I swam for 7 minutes of my life. I swam overall for 18 years, but 7 minutes was all I was competing at the Olympics, and it goes by like that.
Yeah.
But those 7 minutes don't make me who I am. It's the experiences, it's the journey, it's the loving the process and the people that I meet that make me who I am today. And I really want to ingrain in people the power of taking that into your life and enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, because we don't live our life to make a resume to take with us to our grave. We live our life to enjoy it every single day, and that is so important to remember.
There you go. Keep on experiencing, right?
Yeah.
And I understand that you have a book signing tonight?
Yes. So I have a book signing tonight at Banyan Books at 6:30 p.m. And if you can't come there, my book's also available on Amazon.
Fantastic. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you,
the book
Sonia.
is The Unlikely Olympian. What a great story.
Thank you so much.